Hello families and welcome back with yet another video. So today we are going to be looking at topic 4-3, which is adding using partial sums. So with partial sums, don't let that scare you. It's essentially the same thing that we've been doing already, which is adding our numbers by tens and ones. So what we're going to do is essentially do the same thing but in a little bit different of a format. The reason that we're showing multiple ways of doing addition is because all students do not learn the same. They all learn differently. And so we want to provide various methods of adding these numbers so that students are able to choose whichever one works best for them. So this is yet another example of that. This format here looks a little bit similar to what we as parents have learned when we were in school, in that it is in the vertical format. Over here we get a little bit different, but you'll see how it all ties in together. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So our equation here is 24 plus 13. So again, we're just separating that number by tens and ones. If we remember, if we're talking about place value, the number 24 has 2 tens and 4 ones, and the number 13 has 1 10 and 3 ones. So we're just going to write that out here on our map. So 24, we just said, has 2 tens and 4 ones. And our number 13 has 1 10 and 3 ones. Okay? Now what we're going to do is come over here and write that out, because again, we know that 2 tens equals 20 and 1 10 equals 10, but we need to write that out so we can see the complete value of the numbers. So our tens are going to go on the top line, our ones are going to go on the bottom line. So again, we're focusing on adding one column at a time. So first here we have 2 tens, which equals 20. I'm going to write that with a different color marker. And then we have 1 10, which equals 10. Then if we come here, we have 4 ones plus 3 ones. So now we're going to add across horizontally. We're going to add across this way to add our tens and ones together. So first we have 20 plus 10 is 30. So we are going to write our 3 under the tens because the number 30 has 3 tens, and 0 ones. The number 30 has no ones. Then we're going to look at our ones now. The number 4 plus 3 equals 7. The number 7 has 0 tens. Oh, my marker is going up. And 7 ones. Now we're going to take those numbers and we are going to add them together. I'm going to make this line a little bit more distinct so we know that this is a separated line. So everything below that line we are going to go ahead and add together. Let's make that a little bit better. There we go. Now everything below this line here we're going to add together. So essentially we have 30 plus 7. So if we add down vertically, we have 0 plus 7 is 7, and 3 plus 0 is 3. So our sum is going to be 37. So 24 plus 13 equals 37. Alrighty, hopefully that wasn't too much. I know it's a little bit different, and there seems to be a lot of steps in these addition problems, but again, we're trying really hard to focus on getting students to understand place value and the reason that they're adding these numbers and what these numbers mean before we just get them to start using the standard algorithm here. So let's go ahead and erase what we have in here so that we can start our other problem. I took so much time drawing these boxes that I don't want to erase them, so I'm just going to try to go in there as easily as possible and not erase all the lines that I have there, because we're going to need these for our next math problem. Alrighty. All right, I will call that good enough. That is good enough. Alrighty, let's go ahead and look at our next problem. So our next problem is asking us to find 68 plus 7. I'm going to write that here in the corner for reference, 68 plus 7. Alrighty, in the number 68, we know we have 6 tens and 8 ones. In the number 7, we have 0 tens and 7 ones. So again, we're going to transfer that onto our into our chart here to make it more apparent. So the number 68, 6 tens and 8 ones. And in the number 7, we have 0 tens and 7 ones. So just like we did before, we're going to add our tens together first and write them on this line. Then we're going to add our ones together and write them on the bottom line and combine them all together. So let's go ahead and do that. So 6 tens we know equals 60, because if we count by 10 6 times, we would get 60. And 0 tens equals 0. Now we're going to do our ones. 8 ones equal 8. And 7 ones equals 7. Now we are going to write our numbers down. 60 plus 0, if we have 60 and we add nothing to it, we are going to have 60. Again, the number 60 has 6 tens, so I want to make sure we put that 6 in the tens column and 0 ones. Now we're going to add 8 plus 7 together. I tell my students if they're having a difficult time doing mental math, that is more than okay. You can go ahead and draw your tally marks. If we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to add 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to count those all together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So we're going to write 15 here. 15 has 1 10 and 5 ones. Now we're looking at everything below this line. Everything below this line, and we're going to add it together. So we have 0 plus 5 is going to be 5. And then we have 6 plus 1 is 7. So our sum is going to be 75. So 68 plus 7 equals 75. Okay, so I hope that this video helped you all a lot with topic 4-3, adding partial sums. We're going to continue on with more videos. I do want to let you know that I may skip around. I may not do 4-7 or the next number that comes into topics, because it could be something that we covered already or something that's very similar. The purpose of these videos is to make sure that I'm covering as much as I can and not kind of doing too much repetition, because you're able to rewind and watch these videos as much as possible. So as always, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can get more tutorials and be notified whenever I do an upload. And also make sure you send me a message on Dojo, because again, for some reason, the notifications are turned off on this. And lastly, please make sure you check the description box for more information for the digital math manipulatives and any more information that I forgot to share with you in this video. I hope you have a fantastic night, and I will see you next video. Bye.